Friends, we all know that the most favorite thing for people around the world is gold. Everyone wants to have it. And it's not just ordinary people, but all the countries in the world are after it as well. And out of this, 66% of the gold is such that its mining started after 1950. At the same time, if we talk about the total gold on Earth, it's currently difficult to give a complete answer about it. National Aeronautics and Space Administration has been searching for it, and now National Aeronautics and Space Administration might have found this gold. For this, National Aeronautics and Space Administration has launched a mission. As for this gold, it's currently difficult to say anything for sure. If you haven't done it yet, then subscribe now. Friends, today we are going to talk about the 16 Psyche asteroid which orbits our sun while staying between Mars and Jupiter. Now, if we talk about this gold, it will be difficult for now. To conduct research, National Aeronautics and Space Administration has sent its 16 Psyche mission. By the way, there are many other planets near Earth where scientists have already sent their spacecraft. And through these, a lot has also been discovered. For example, which metals are found on these planets and what satellites they have. All these things have only become known to us because of such spacecraft missions. But there are still many things in our solar system that we have yet to fully understand. One of them is the 16 Psyche asteroid. If you look at the size of this asteroid, it's quite large. It's called the 16 Psyche asteroid. The name 16 Psyche asteroid might sound a bit strange to you, but let me tell you that it's named after a Greek goddess. Generally, asteroids are made of rock, but 16 Psyche is quite different. It must have been an object that was slowly turning into a planet, but after colliding with another planet or another asteroid, it must have separated from a planet. That's why National Aeronautics and Space Administration has sent its mission 16 Psyche to gather as much information as possible about 16 Psyche. The information obtained from this 16 Psyche mission will help us easily understand many other objects and the changes that will occur in them in the future. According to the information found so far, the 16 Psyche asteroid is about 200 meters long, and its specialty is that this asteroid is made of nickel, metallic iron, and solid gold. If you find out the value of this asteroid, you will also be surprised. According to an estimate, the value of this asteroid is $10 quadrillion. Now you can imagine how much money that is just from this fact. If it comes to Earth, then every person would get around $100 billion. That means you could become the richest person in the world with just a part of it. National Aeronautics and Space Administration has been preparing for its 16 Psyche mission for the past 5 years, and it has already sent its spacecraft for this mission. Earlier, it had chosen August 2020 to send its mission, but due to some technical reason, National Aeronautics and Space Administration had to stop this mission and couldn't send its spacecraft there. But now National Aeronautics and Space Administration has launched this mission on October 12, 2023 this year, and it has already started its journey. But this spacecraft will still take quite some time to reach the asteroid. According to National Aeronautics and Space Administration, it has been stated that this spacecraft will reach its destination in about 3.4 years. However, this mission will observe the asteroid closely. National Aeronautics and Space Administration as main objective is to provide you with important information. Now, why is this mission so special for National Aeronautics and Space Administration? And it is observing these activities very closely. So let me tell you that this mission is so special for them because every planet has a core which is made of metal, and just like that, Earth also has a core. But it's very difficult for any machine or instrument to reach there, because the core of most planets is so hot that any instrument reaching there would melt and it wouldn't be able to research that place. Along with that, its temperature is also extremely high, which makes it almost impossible to reach there. But to understand the core of any planet, it's very important to research its upper layers. And that's why National Aeronautics and Space Administration has been searching for such an asteroid in the universe, one that's made of metal and could be the core of a planet. And now, finally, National Aeronautics and Space Administration has found the 16 Psyche asteroid, and it seems just like the core of our Earth. Along with this, scientists have also claimed that this asteroid is just like Mars. It must have once been a planet that got separated after colliding with a satellite. That's why National Aeronautics and Space Administration is taking its mission further to find out all this, and now National Aeronautics and Space Administration has started researching it. With the help of this asteroid, they will be able to find out what is inside the Earth, how the core of planets is formed, how it is made, and how its mechanism works. The spacecraft sent by National Aeronautics and Space Administration will orbit the 16 Psyche asteroid for about 21 months. It will map it so that we can obtain all the information related to this asteroid, and it will also help us find out how our Earth was formed and how all the planets in this solar system were created. Through this mission, many other aspects of this asteroid will also be researched in depth. It will collect its photos and the data obtained from it, which will help scientists understand its structure. Along with this, the spacecraft being sent is equipped with a multispectral imager, magnetometer, gamma ray, and neutron spectrometer. With this, we will easily get information about the inner part of the asteroid. Elon Musk's company is also involved in this mission along with National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and together they are going to carry out this entire mission. By the way, this mission was already launched on October 12, 2023. But it will still take about 5 to 6 years to reach, and it will get close to this asteroid by around 2029. Friends, now you must be wondering if National Aeronautics and Space Administration is going to bring back any precious metal like gold from this asteroid, and even if they do bring it back, what benefit will it have? So let me tell you, there is no real benefit in bringing such metals back, because the value of any metal is determined by its demand. And that's why if National Aeronautics and Space Administration brings a large amount of gold to Earth, its price will automatically decrease. Just like iron is much cheaper than gold by weight, because iron is already available here in large quantities. But whatever happens now, the truth is that this National Aeronautics and Space Administration mission is going to accomplish many kinds of discoveries. And in the future, we are going to get even more interesting information about this asteroid. In 2004, scientists made a chilling discovery, an asteroid as big as a skyscraper. It is heading towards Earth at a speed of 45,000 miles per hour. That asteroid is named Apophis. Named after the ancient Egyptian god of chaos, this name perfectly defines the asteroid. According to initial calculations, April 13, in 2029, this 1,100-foot space rock had a very high chance of colliding with our Earth. As soon as this news is heard, it's as if the whole world holds its breath for a moment. The news starts spreading rapidly. From scientific research papers to the headlines of every major media outlet, asteroid impact was no longer just a science fiction story. It was about to become a harsh reality of the future. But here's a twist. This impact won't happen. At least that's what it seems for now. When discussions about this asteroid started happening everywhere and chaos began to spread among people, scientists took more precise measurements of it. Scientists recalculated Apophis's trajectory and finally found out that it will collide with Earth. No, but it will narrowly miss by just a small margin. April 13th. In 2029, Apophis will pass so close to us that it will even come inside the orbit of some satellites. And this isn't just a one-time coincidence. Every year, asteroids of different sizes pass close to our Earth. If Apophis collides, it would be nothing less than a catastrophe for humanity. Or what if there's another asteroid somewhere in this dark space that's currently targeting us directly, one that we haven't spotted yet? After all, how many times has this happened to us before? In today's video, we'll talk about close encounter real-life asteroid scenarios. These aren't hypothetical scenarios. In fact, these are those very moments when our planet will discuss what is being done in the future to prevent such disasters. Because next time, we might not be so lucky. What are asteroids and near-Earth objects? Heart-stopping near encounters. Before diving into the stories, we need to understand what exactly we are facing. Asteroids, which are also sometimes called minor planets, are those rocky bodies that have survived since the formation of our solar system. Most asteroids are found in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, but some wander through space and come very close to our Earth. And these wandering rocks are classified as near-Earth objects or NEOs. This distance might sound like a lot, but in the vastness of space, it's terrifyingly close, so close that it's almost like just brushing past us. And here, we're not just talking about small rocks. What if some asteroid enters our neighborhood? First of all, we depend on space organizations like National Aeronautics and Space Administration and the European Space Agency, which constantly track these potential threats all the time. These agencies are powerful. For example, National Aeronautics and Space Administration launched a dedicated program, the Near-Earth Object Program, which was created specifically to track and analyze these asteroids. The good news for us is that scientists have already mapped thousands of asteroids. Till now, more than 30,000 NEOs have been catalogued, but there's a catch here. All these asteroids are not detected quickly enough for us to do something against them or to make any strategy to stop them. All these asteroids are not detected quickly enough for us to do something about them or to make any strategy to stop them. All these asteroids are detected quickly enough that we could make some strategy to stop them. So the level of destruction is so high that just thinking about it gives you goosebumps. That's why scientists take asteroids so seriously. All these asteroids are detected quickly enough that we can make some strategy to stop them. All these asteroids are not detected so quickly that we can make any strategy to stop them. Apophis, named after the Egyptian god of chaos and destruction, this asteroid was massive, about 1,100 feet in size. Not all asteroids are detected quickly enough for us to make any strategy to stop them. Not all these asteroids are detected quickly enough for us to make any strategy to stop them. Entire cities will be completely reduced to rubble and shockwaves will spread across the whole world. Not all these asteroids are detected quickly enough for us to come up with any strategy to stop them. And finally, the result was Apophis. Not all these asteroids are detected quickly enough for us to come up with any strategy to stop them. But passing by so closely creates another risk, the effect of gravitational keyholes where the asteroid's future orbit changes, because of which it starts moving on a trajectory that could bring it back towards Earth in the future. If Apophis collides with Earth, the scene will be devastating, especially if it impacts a populated area. The entire area will be wiped out. There will also be long-term effects on the climate and global infrastructure. But the scariest thing is that Apophis will return again in the year 2036. But we don't know what its trajectory will be then. Will it collide with our Earth then? Or will it pass even closer to our planet than before? Or will it hit the next time after that? Although the risk is lower now, scientists will still keep their eyes on it. We might be safe this time, but next time we may not be so lucky. In 2013, when Apophis was making headlines, a small asteroid surprised the world in Chelyabinsk. On February 15, 2013, a meteor just 65 feet wide entered Earth's atmosphere over Russia, and that too without being detected by any space agency. This event is now known as the Chelyabinsk meteor. It came completely unexpectedly, no warning at all. And this asteroid exploded over the sky of Chelyabinsk city with a huge blast. Such explosions are called air bursts. It created a bright flash and a shockwave with energy equivalent to about 30 Hiroshima atomic bombs. Because of this, thousands of buildings were damaged and more than 1,500 people were injured in this incident. The energy of the explosion was so high that people felt the blast even 50 miles away. This shows that large asteroids are really dangerous, but even small asteroids can cause a lot of destruction. They are dangerous also because it's almost impossible to detect them. In this case, this meteor was a different kind of near miss. Instead of hitting the ground, it exploded in the atmosphere. If this explosion had happened a little lower or over a more populated area, the damage could have been much greater and there could have been casualties as well. It was fortunate that no lives were lost in this incident, but the Chelyabinsk event was a wake-up call. For scientists and governments, it was a reminder that we are not yet prepared to deal with threats from beyond our planet. The meteor came from a direction where our telescopes were not scanning. This proves that despite our technology, space is still full of surprises for us. These asteroids are either too small or too fast to be detected in time. It's something to think about that we had no idea about such a big impact until the last moment. And this is a serious warning. If Chelyabinsk had been a little bigger or exploded closer to the ground, the damage would have been even more serious. In 2019, asteroid 2019, passed very close to our Earth in July 2019, and this time it almost missed the Earth. Asteroid 2019, OK, was about 427 feet wide and it passed at a distance of only 45,000 miles. It passed close to our Earth, even closer than our moon. The most surprising thing was that scientists couldn't spot it until the last moment. This asteroid was detected just a few days ago, and at that time, it was passing close to our Earth at a speed of about 55,000 miles per hour. For comparison, it was traveling at twice the speed of a fast bullet. If 2019 OK had collided with our Earth, it would have caused massive destruction in the impacted area. Especially if it had hit a densely populated city, we would have suffered loss of life and property. That explosion would have been equivalent to a very large nuclear bomb, which would have completely wiped out a vast surrounding area. Because it was 427 feet wide, it could have caused destruction on a very large scale. Well, it wouldn't have been as big as a major extinction level event. What made 2019 OK the most dangerous was its size and its speed. Such objects escape early detection because of their small size. And that's exactly what happened here too. By the time the world found out it was coming, there was no time left to prepare. This close encounter highlights the important fact that there are many asteroids in space, but not all of them are on our radar. Some are so fast or hidden that they can't even be detected. If its trajectory had been even a little different, the results could have been quite serious. As technology is improving, we might see even more such close encounters. These three events, Apophis, Chelyabinsk, and 2019 OK, give us a glimpse of the dangers hidden in space. At any moment, a small piece of debris, a rogue asteroid, or a wandering comet could change the entire history of humanity. But the good thing is that none of these close encounters turned into such a big disaster. What if they hit Earth? The scariest thing about these near-miss events, it's not just that they came so close to our Earth, but also what could have happened if they had collided. It's not limited to just the immediate damage. The long-term effects could also be very serious for our planet. First, let's talk about Apophis, which we have already discussed before. If Apophis collides with Earth in 2029, scientists estimate that it will release energy equivalent to about 880 million tons of trinitrotoluene. This is such a powerful force that entire cities would be destroyed, infrastructure would be wiped out, and the impact would be felt all over the world. The scale of its destruction depends on where it hits. If it falls into the ocean, the tsunami will devastate the coastline areas, causing massive damage to multiple countries. And even cities that are hundreds of miles away from the coast will feel the tremors from this impact. But Apophis is not the only asteroid that poses a threat to us. Remember the Chelyabinsk meteor? It was only 65 feet wide, but when it exploded in the atmosphere, the damage was quite significant. And then comes the terrifying case of 2019 OK because it was 427 feet wide. This asteroid was much bigger than the Chelyabinsk meteor. If 2019 OK had collided with the Earth, it would have released energy equivalent to a very large nuclear bomb, wiping out the entire area. And the impact it would have had on our human civilization, we might not have recovered from it for centuries. Because of the explosion, the atmosphere would have been filled with debris, which would have blocked even the sunlight from reaching us. This would have caused the Earth's temperature to drop rapidly and created a scenario similar to a nuclear winter, which would have destroyed crops. This would have led to global food shortages and economic collapse. Another important thing is that not every asteroid will create an extinction-level impact. But still, we could see massive destruction everywhere on a large scale. 66 million years ago, the Chicxulub impact wiped out the dinosaurs, and that asteroid was only 6 miles wide. However, the asteroids that passed close to our Earth in these close encounters were not big enough to wipe out human civilization. detection, the scientific community's response and preparation. All the near-miss events we discussed in this video have served as a wake-up call not just for the general public, but also for our scientific community. In the past few decades, astronomers, space agencies, and governments have taken significant steps to detect, track, and prevent asteroid impacts. The most important initiative is National Aeronautics and Space Administration's Near-Earth Object Program, which was started in 1998. This program is for detecting those asteroids and comets that could pose a threat to Earth. National Aeronautics and Space Administration uses telescopes and radar systems to track the orbits of these objects and also calculates the chances of them colliding with Earth. Today, National Aeronautics and Space Administration has catalogued more than 30,000 NEOs, but there are still many asteroids that have escaped everyone's notice. Besides detection, space agencies are also exploring possible ways to prevent such impacts. In 2021, National Aeronautics and Space Administration launched the Double Asteroid Redirection Test mission, which was our first attempt to change the trajectory of an asteroid. The goal of Double Asteroid Redirection Test was to test whether a spacecraft could change the direction of an asteroid by crashing into it. This mission was a big step for planetary defense, and it's a matter of joy for all of us that the data from this mission shows that we succeeded. The truth is that we are still learning, but these programs are a ray of hope for our human civilization, so that we can protect our planet from a potential disaster in the future. As we have seen, the Earth has survived many such major collisions several times. Such moments when the future of our planet could have changed forever. These near misses remind us of the unpredictability and dangers of space, but it also shows us how humanity is already preparing for future dangers. The scientific community is working harder than ever before, so that these objects can be tracked, detection systems can be improved, and strategies can be developed to prevent catastrophic impacts. National Aeronautics and Space Administration's Near-Earth Object Program and projects like the Double Asteroid Redirection Test Mission. This gives us hope that we can avoid these disasters, and that's why funding and support for space research is very important. If we invest in asteroid detection and deflection technologies, we can protect our planet from those dangers, which once wiped out the dinosaurs, and today it can also be a big threat to human civilization. But this is not just the responsibility of the scientific community. We all have a role to play in supporting these efforts. Whether it's by raising awareness, advocating for scientific funding, or simply staying informed about the dangers coming from space, the more we know, the better prepared we will be. What if I told you that governments already know that something terrible is going to happen on Earth, that destruction is coming here, and this fact is being hidden from every ordinary citizen of this world? As soon as you get busy with your daily routine in life, some powerful forces in this world start working on their dangerous intentions. They want to convince the world that everything is going fine, there's nothing to be afraid of. But secretly, they're making plans, not for you or me, but for a special section of this world, for the elite class of this world. Welcome. Danger in the biggest, most dangerous, and most secret cover-up of modern history. An upcoming asteroid that will destroy everything, and maybe someone wants to hide this from the world. Let's rewind a bit to 2013. A 70-foot asteroid exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia. That was a wake-up call for the whole world about how vulnerable our Earth is to such disasters. National Aeronautics and Space Administration and European Space Agency's planetary defense systems couldn't detect that asteroid until the last moment. Did the governments react to this the way they should have? Yes. Considering the seriousness of the situation, they invested in safety. Not exactly. In fact, for years, classified reports have also been leaking, showing glimpses of a truth that's far more terrifying. A dark secret. Subscribe. Multiple astronomers have also come forward who believe that a huge asteroid is heading toward us and will collide with the Earth. Even after knowing so much, why is everyone still silent? Some government employees who don't want to come forward, but some scientists who track near-Earth objects know that a massive asteroid, a planet killer, could be heading our way. Even if it doesn't come today, when it does, no one will survive. They say that when they informed higher authorities about this shocking discovery, they were silenced. It was said that this should not be told to the public. This would cause panic all over the world, economies would crash, the stock market would fall, there would be chaos among people, riots would break out, and the whole world would be on the verge of destruction even before the asteroid hits. That's why such sensitive and dangerous news can't be leaked. It makes sense, but is this the whole truth? This isn't just a cover-up, but a plan to keep the people of the world in the dark. But why are the governments doing this? You'll find the answer in who they actually want to protect. The whole world is completely distracted, scrolling on social media all day. All the youth are caught up in reality shows and Netflix series. Meanwhile, a small group of people in this world is busy preparing to survive the great catastrophe. Yes, that's not you or me. Have you ever wondered why billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson are so obsessed with space travel? Could it be that under the guise of tourism and exploration, they're actually planning something else? A kind of escape plan? Some of the world's select elites must know something that we don't, and they're working to save themselves from that disaster. For decades, governments have been building underground bunkers in secret locations. Massive self-sustaining complexes are being built that can protect people from such disasters. These places are stocked with supplies to survive for years, and such bunkers have been built hidden far away from the reach of ordinary people. Military bunkers have been built in the mountains of Colorado. Officials say that these are control centers. But conspiracy theorists believe that special arrangements have been made here for the elites to stay during times of disaster. Underground bunkers in New Zealand, bunkers hidden in the mountains of the Swiss Alps, information about which is known to only a few people. The list of Russia's famous bunkers is very long. There are many such secret projects that you and I don't even know about. For example, there could be a secret space station where people could easily live for years. All these plans are not science fiction, they are real even. You can even Google about such companies. These companies are specifically building and selling doomsday bunkers, and their sales are skyrocketing. Just think about it, who is actually buying these multi-million-dollar bunkers? Certainly, it's not you or me, nor is it any ordinary person in this world. It's those same richest people in the world who are funding space exploration. It's not for the good of humanity, but rather it's a one-way ticket for them. Before it's too late, they want to be done with it. Just think about it. Why spend billions on Mars terraforming it when so much can be done here on Earth? Because Mars is that elite class's plan B. If you look back through the pages of history, governments have always hidden a lot from their citizens. America started the Manhattan Project in complete secrecy from the whole world. Where the atomic bomb was made, no one had any idea about it. Even higher-ranking officials didn't know about it, and by the time the world found out about it, it was already too late. Obviously, the Manhattan Project had to be kept secret because there they were making atomic bombs that could wipe out other countries. But the bitter truth is that such secret programs have always existed. Another secret program was the MK Ultra program, under which the CIA conducted mind control experiments on several civilians. There are many such secret programs where everything is hidden from people. They want to keep these things a secret. So how could an asteroid apocalypse not be included in this? In 2018, the United States government quietly renewed the asteroid detection program with a budget of millions of dollars. Doesn't it raise questions as to why the budget was suddenly increased so much and why none of this was covered in the mainstream media? The answer is that they don't want to turn the world into an atmosphere of sudden panic. In such situations, it becomes difficult to control people. By not telling this, they want to keep everyone calm. This way, the elite class's business will keep running and governments won't fall either. In the past decade, you must have noticed that every few days or months, there are always news reports in the media related to asteroids, like some asteroid missed the Earth. One thing is, how long will we keep getting lucky? One day, our luck won't be with us. It's also said that governments control the entire narrative on mainstream media. The asteroid was about to hit our Earth, but it didn't. It missed the Earth. Such news over a period of time makes us lose our fear of real dangers like asteroids. Today, our mentality has become such or has been made such that we don't take any such news seriously. Even if someone gathers the courage to leak news about a secret apocalypse, our minds have been programmed in such a way, so much information has been flooded into our brains that we don't even believe what that whistleblower says. This was a real danger. But the mainstream media didn't cover this event much, nor did any scientific community openly talk about it. It seemed like everyone was under the control of some powerful force, otherwise this threat was really serious. There wasn't much discussion about it. The truth is often right in front of us, if you know where to look for it. National Aeronautics and Space Administration can't just come out and tell the public that the world will end on a certain date. In such a situation, fear and chaos would spread among people. But National Aeronautics and Space Administration says that there are no chances of an asteroid impact for the next 100 years. But have you paid attention to the news? Often, information about flyby asteroids is given by mainstream media only 3 or 4 days in advance. This is not a good sign for us. If we common people get information about a massive, catastrophic asteroid impact only a few days in advance, then even if we want to, we won't be able to do anything. Governments won't come to save us, and in such a situation, not everyone can be saved. By then, billionaires would have either left for Mars or would be watching the Earth being destroyed from some private space station. And some will survive this disaster by hiding in their bunkers. The common man lacks both accurate information and resources, which makes him helpless. Ask yourself, who is actually benefiting from space tourism and space exploration today? An ordinary person who is busy just earning a living and providing for his family. Is it him, or is it those rich people who are going to use space missions like a lifeboat? And then what will happen when this event finally becomes a reality? An asteroid will come toward Earth that cannot be ignored, and in any case, it will only prove to be destructive for our planet. What do you think? How will this news reach the general public? Will they let this news come out or not? And will they not let it come out until it's too late? This isn't the plot of some sci-fi or dystopian movie. This is exactly what happens with ordinary people. By the time this news spreads among ordinary people, the danger will be right in front of their eyes. In simple words, nothing can be done then. While the rich will be hiding in their bunkers and some will have launched themselves into space, ordinary people will be left behind to face this apocalypse. What if I tell you that the countdown has already begun? With every second, we are moving closer to that point of no return from where it will be impossible to come back. Before time runs out, either join that elite club or demand transparency from the governments. Because the future of humanity should be in our hands, not in the hands of a few rich people. The truth is right in front of us all. Friends, what do you think? Are they really trying to hide something from us? If yes, what do you think it is? Do let us know in the comment section. If you liked today's video, be sure to like it and share it with your friends. For more informative videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and enable the bell notification. We'll meet soon with another new informative video like this. Until then, stay curious, be happy, and goodbye.